Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to another Cajun toy review. And yeah, long delay, we're back. Supposed to be Fortnite versus Snake Eyes, Fortnite versus G.I. Joe, Snake Eyes 0-point edition, but had technical difficulties with the last part of the recording on that, so it'll probably be delayed a little bit. Maybe tomorrow. Just got to re-record the last part of the video, but instead of doing that, because that was a little bit longer video, I decided to do something real quick. I wanted to get something up today. We've been pretty busy, been working on a side project thing I've been working on, and just work in life in general. We just had Comic-Con out here in Lafayette, Louisiana. So yeah, anyway, long story short, we're talking about Haunt. McFarlane Toys Spawn Series 3. This is a character that I am unfamiliar with. Before today, Haunt is somebody who I did not know anything about, but I did think it was a rad looking figure, and I still do. But yeah, I picked it up from GameStop's. It was on clearance for $21. That was marked off for another $75 with the coupon. I want to say I got this and something else. I didn't spend over $10 for everything I got. So yeah, I'm not fussing at all about going blind on this cool looking figure. But like I said, I did read up on them, and I think it's actually pretty rad. So I'll tell you the little bit that I know, and if you know more, put it in the comments. So Spawn logo on the side, McFarlane Toys. Got a rad looking picture of Haunt on the side right here, looking rad, looking bloody, holding up some sword, which I don't know what it is. If you do, put it in the comments. Bigger shot of there, not much else going on. 22 moving parts. UPC on the bottom, light window on the top, ages 14 and up, and again we can see Haunt inside there with some accessories. It looks like some hands, some kind of appendage, maybe a weapon, sword, clip, maybe a back piece, maybe foot piece, and yeah, we got a stand. So not much else to say. Let's go ahead and open this up and check out Haunt. Alright, so we got our Haunt figure out of the box on the turntable. Had a chance to pose him, mess around with him, check out the accessories and stuff. And what do I think about this figure? First impressions and opinions. I think it's pretty good, man. For a $22 figure, you know, these are cheaper now than Marvel Legends. And you're probably getting the most bang for your buck with, when you go on with McFarlane, man. I mean, these are really cool, original sculpted figure right here. And I really dig it, man. I had to come and read some backstory about this guy to see who he is. And it made me appreciate it a lot more. So if you do not know who Haunt is, it is an American comic book that was created by Todd McFarlane, the creator of Spawn, but also Robert Kirkland, the creator of The Walking Dead. And it was debated in 2009, way back in December. It was 28 issues, and basically it is the story about a police officer who was named Kurt. Well, he's a special agent named Kurt Kilgore, who was murdered, and his ghost basically possesses his brother Daniel Kilgore, who is a Catholic priest. And yeah, they hate each other, and now they're working together. And when they fuse together, basically, when Kurt fuses with his Daniel, his living brother's body, they become Haunt. This kind of superpowered hero who has like ectoplasm powers, which can be used for like super strength, healing, metamorphosis, all kinds of fun stuff. Basically, whatever you need. It's a Swiss Army knife of powers, wall climbing, web swinging, all that fun stuff to draw. So you see a lot of webs in the pictures with it. Definitely feels like something Todd McFarlane would have created. And man, this looks really cool. Definitely a fun figure. You know, I would have read this if I would have, like when I was reading The Darkness and Spawn back in the day. If this guy would have came along around that time, this would have been right up my alley. I definitely would have been collecting this comic. I definitely like the concept, and I definitely like this figure. So let's take a look at the accessories real quick, and then we'll take a look at the figure itself. Not too much for accessories or anything really too exciting, but I do like what we get. We get this one piece. This is probably the most interesting piece I want to talk about first. This is the one that caught my eye in the box. Definitely really cool sculpting on here. This would be a really cool web effect for like a Spider-Man or something like that, or even something like an alien hive. It just looks really cool, very organic look to it. Lots of cool paint on it with the shading. It goes from really dark to gray to light to almost a white tips. So man, definitely impressive sculpting on this. But it is just kind of like this weird little stand. So you have a choice to use this, put his foot in there, and yeah, you can just kind of have your standing like that. And I thought it was going to be some kind of back piece, because that looks freaking awesome, man. Like, fuck yeah, look at this. This is what we want. I mean, am I wrong here? This is fucking awesome. I don't want this. I want this. But anyway. But I do want this. So this is cool. So you have this really cool, it does match this really well. That kind of gray going into the white tips. So it does look like it kind of like when it reaches the ends, it loses power, it loses, I don't know, I like the art design. It's really well done. I like the little pock holes in it and stuff as well. Looks almost like it's something that would be underwater, or like a coral or something like that. And this, I'm assuming, is right. You are, feel free to correct me in the comments. But you just put that on his arm, and then you put whatever hand you want on there, and you got this really cool effect piece. Unless it's a tail. I don't think it's a tail. I don't know much about this guy, but I don't think he has a tail. Anyway, or is it a ponytail? Like he's like Terry Silva in there. Anyway, and then we have two sets of hands. So we have his standard hands, which are really, really well done. They're very, very dried out, mummy looking hands. Got some claws going on there. These look awesome. Very dry. This guy's been in the tub for weeks. And yeah, so your mama warned you. But look really good. Now these other hands, or it's almost like the bandages are off. That's why I keep calling them mummy. What is ectoplasm? But there's pieces coming loose here. You can definitely see more lines in there, more texture work. But yeah, there's pieces coming out of the skin. This looks insanely awesome. And it doesn't come with anything to grip to say. Oh, look, that's a nice little heart in there. So I guess you could have either one on anytime you want. I kind of like this look here, of course, with this on there. And you gotta kind of twist around to get it like that. And then you just kind of put the bandage hand in there. Of course, you gotta put the right hand on the right arm. Yeah, see, that looks pretty good. Like so. Coming off like that. I don't know. It's a couple different ways. And lastly, we got the standard Spawn. That's not even a Spawn one. This is a DC one. I didn't even pull out the box yet, but you know the drill. Standard McFarlane figure stand. One peg for 1 foot. Alright, let's take a look at the figure. Alright, and for size comparison, we have our Ninja Spawn from the same wave. We have John Constantine from the Page Puncher wave. We have Haunt, who we are currently talking about, so why am I? And we have Pimp Daddy Destro, which I need to talk about. And of course, Peely looking like he made a mistake. There's a good size comparison. You can see that he is 6.5 inches. You can see him compared to these other waves. He fits in perfectly with the majority of them. And lastly, let's take a look at our Haunt figure. Taking a look at him, I do think less is more. It does look good for what it is. There's a lot of texture on this guy. You know, I don't know much about it. It looks really cool. It's a unique little character. He's got this kind of spiral, like symbol kind of thing going on his chest. If you know what that means, again, put it in the comments. I definitely like the color scheme on him. Like I said, it's very simple, but it's a lot of washing and blending in going on here, with the black going into the gray. I mean, kind of turning gray, but that's really cool shading in there. It just kind of blends in on the arms, on the legs, the back, of course the chest, and then again on the head. I like it. I like it a lot. This guy definitely is interesting to look at. It is fun to play with the bandages kind of on here. You can kind of get some pretty cool poses with this guy. So yeah, I'm definitely digging it. And I wouldn't have mind paid full price for this guy. So let me know, guys, you think of him. Cause he's a little bit more paint on the cheeks, a little bit more, and a little bit, you can kind of see a little bit bleeding through on there, especially on this side. But overall, he's got some canines, boy. Look at them teeth. Why does he have werewolf teeth? Somebody put in the comments on there. Very black in there. The eyes look good. I do like the little skull, Voldemort nose. There's no ears. But yeah, hey, got a butt and a half. It's just a weird flesh tone. I don't know. It's like, it's not human. It's very presidential. So as for paint, yeah, simple but good. Sculpt, I like it a lot. There's so much texture on this guy. The little bandages are really cool on there. As for articulation, I can look up. He normally very looks like he's looking down a lot. This figure, his head sits very much at an angle on there, so it's, yeah, there we go. That's about as high as you're gonna get that head. So you can look down, you can slap that chin all the way down to that chest. So up, that's about as far as you get. Down, down. So got a little bit of tilt, a little rotation on there, and that looks really weird. Do a head swap on here. Let's see, get this head off. Alright, let's see if we have any heads real by DC anything. Let's see, alright. Holy shit, that looks crazy. That's a little bit too big. Alright, well, we got another Jim Carrey head right here. Alright, so why do I have so many Jim Carrey heads? What's going on? We got a DC head. Yeah, alright. That's Marvel. What are you talking about? Anyway, it's on a peg. If you want to swap it out with something else, I don't know what this guy looks like behind his alias, and this is going to be interesting to get back. All right, so there you go. Yeah, what does he look like? Anybody knows? Unmasked version. All right, so man, his arm is crazy loose. But the butterfly joint is very nice. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows. He's got them ball wrist joints. McFarlane. Yeah, you go flex on the ball. Rotation. And ab crunch is almost non-existent. Forward. Back. Like that. And we got a nice little tilt on the waist rotation. You know it. There you go. Spaceballs. Split about that more. No thigh cut. Double jointed knees, can kick his own butt or wipe his own butt with his own bandages. Yeah, that's gross. No boot cut. We have rotation, flex with that nice ball, ankle pivot, toe hinge, peg holes on the bottom of the feet. And he stands pretty well. Alright, so that is the Haunt, guys. I dig it. I think it's a pretty cool figure, and it definitely fits in with the month of October, which we're in. So it's a pretty square looking guy. I need a stand for some help for that one. But yeah, the Haunt. I like it. What you know, guys, what you think about this figure in the comments, if you like it or not, if you picked him up or not. If you know anything else about him in the comics, stuff like that, any ones I should read for it, definitely put that as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. Check out our other content on the channel. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just search for Cajun Toy Review. Got something else coming in the works, like a different type of media. That'll be out real soon. Actually, it might be out today. If so, I'll announce it on the channel. The Snake Eyes Fortnite video, I'll try to finish tomorrow and have that up as well. And then we have a lot more. I've been really doing some deciding about what to collect and to continue to collect. Things got a little expensive with some stuff, so I might have to narrow down between things. So Alright, so you guys subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Check out the other content on the channel. Man, check out Zach Mouton. Music always on this channel is provided by him, and it is always excellent, man. I appreciate you so much. You kick ass. Man, check out other channels that we're affiliated with, the Figure Trap and Cajun Toe Boater. But yeah, join us again, man. More shorts coming really soon, guys, I promise. Welcome to Spooky Month. We'll have some more spooky stuff coming. But as always, look for suggestions and comments and stuff like that. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Take care of yourself.